Hello guys, this is Ronak and this is a new day, a new beginning. Sorry, not new beginning, new episode of I Speak and Don't Judge. So where I speak whatever I want to and you don't judge basis of on the basis of that. So let's start by as the usual thing, start by summarizing yesterday. Yesterday Prakash sir took our session. It was again jargon. I'm sorry, not jargon actually. I love his session actually. The words he use, the things he say, everything is like so much deep, you can say, or so much of knowledge. I have to think, I have to recollect my memory to really understand what he just said. So maybe I am slow in understanding. So yeah. So yesterday he introduced some concepts. That will be my uh, today's talk that we will talk about today. So I will discuss it later. So then code session. Again we read book. I wasn't able to read it, so I caught up right now. I read till page 30, created some questions and voila, posted. Also, I completed the function part of CS50. So congratulations to that, to myself of course. So let's start by the topic, which was quantifying the data by the emotions or qualifying. Sorry, not qualifying. I mean quantifying the data from the emotions. Like if I ask you some question like how's your stay, so you will answer it vaguely. It was good. My water cooler was not running. Etc. etc. So this things, if you want to collect data, you can't just write this. Machines only learn numeric values. He can't understand what do you mean by water cooler is not running. So to overcome that, a Thurstone came in picture to make the data in simple yes no question, or let's say to simplify those data. Thurstone came in picture and he told everyone that yeah, so we can group the datas and ask some expert to rank them in from range of 0 to 1, so they can uh, tell and give quantify the data in itself. They can quantify the data by asking experts, and to be fair, they introduce three experts, or let's say more than one expert, to give a concluding thought. So there are many issues in this one, like what if the all the experts are saying something different, something entirely different. You can't quantify those datas, and it's too much of long task to like go through all the thousands interview you have collected and quantify them. So after that, Likert came in picture. I wrote everything down by the way. That's why I'm saying. So Likert came in picture because I already told you I'm not good with words. I'm not justifying it. I'm actually justifying it. So yeah, I wrote it down. So Likert came in picture. He told, okay, instead of asking the expert, why not we form some questions whose answer is yes and no. Like I can form some question and ask all the people who stayed there if they like the place or not. So they can say yes or no. Of course, every time we can't say yes. Sometimes it's maybe or neutral. So he said, okay, instead of two, let's say give it the three options: yes, no, neutral. So again, there was some issues uh, sometimes we don't necessarily say yes, but we felt good there. So what about those opinions? Like I don't feel something was horrible, but it was like somewhere between no and neutral. So what about those? So after Likert, they introduced five pointer scale. sorry, yeah, after 3 pointer scale, they introduce 5 pointer scale, which have bandwidth like strongly agree, agree, neutral, disagree, strongly disagree. So they introduced this to to have better insight of things. And instead of asking just one question, they ask series of questions related to it, find the average, and try to see where we are landing. Of course, if everyone says neutral, 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 it will be eliminated. We are, of course, after finding all the data, and we take mean, median, and standard deviation to find if my data is correct or not. Because in computer science we say, see, my data is of standard deviation 5, my error is 5, so my data is valid. So for that we calculate standard deviation and everything. So that's what I learned from yesterday. My thoughts are a bit messy, so sorry for that. Thank you, and have a nice day. Stay happy, keep smiling. Bye bye.